Okay, we made it across the treacherous swamp, I guess. In addition to the alligator getting you, I guess he comes at random, but you can also, certain areas, I guess, if you go, uh, I think there are actually sections of the pond itself that if you touch, you actually sink for some reason. I don't know. I guess there's some quicksand, or is it too deep there? I don't know. I don't know the reason. Whatever it is, it makes it kind of annoying to get across. I got through in a few tries. It wasn't too bad. Pretty much what you don't want to do is you don't want to go straight through the middle. What you want to do is kind of make your way upwards and sort of go through. If you see that last, unfortunately, you don't really have a cursor in this game, so I can't point it out to you. But if you go up to that sort of last blue alcove sort of looking thing, uh, and I mean the dark blue versus the light blue, if you can sort of see in the pond towards the end, if you go through there, you're pretty much set and you'll get through. As long as the alligator doesn't show up at random. Also, I guess there's a fourth route through that last section, and if you go through there, you actually find some gold disc, which gets you a couple extra points, I guess. But for our purposes, not too important. I think I'm going to actually restore from the stagecoach at the end, so you wouldn't even be able to find it, and it wouldn't really count to the final score. So that's not a big deal. Anyway, we are continuing on now with Gold Rush by Sierra. This is Scott, and I'm giving you the walkthrough slash playthrough slash let's play as we head off to Panama City. And there isn't really any sound. I'm turning it up. I don't hear anything. So anyway, we're at Panama City. Once a traveler makes it to Panama City, his worries are really just beginning. Okay, so I can only imagine what else there is. Okay, so it says Control N for next, and I guess I did that just because I didn't see anything happening on the screen. So I don't know what else there is. I guess we have the next leg of the journey, and I actually don't think there is too much to it. You don't see how the ship is going to survive a voyage of 3,500 miles from Panama to California. There are no words to describe how overcrowded the ship is. And it's so heavy that you are amazed it is still afloat. I just don't see why they wouldn't have more ships. But I guess if Panama wasn't never has really been a wealthy nation, so maybe there wasn't much of an industry. Even so, it would be pretty good way to make some money. Every square foot of the deck space is occupied by a gold seeker or his baggage. Some passengers sleep in hammocks hung in the rigging, others sleep on the deck or on the passengers next to them. Well, that's probably not appreciated. And surprisingly, there aren't too many comments. So this is definitely the quickest edition. I think we're actually going to get to California, and not too much is going to happen. I'm going to save it, however, right here because I think we have to move quickly, and I'll show you what happens if it doesn't work out properly when we get to California if we do the wrong thing. Not that there's that much to show. Yeah, but this is definitely quicker than going across country. No one on board wants to miss the sight of sailing through that Golden Gate. The railing is lined with passengers. And there's some weird sound that comes through. A loud cheer goes up from the crowd on board as the ship enters into the beautiful bay. It makes a chill run up and down your spine. It is a sight you will not soon forget. Too bad we can't see it, but we'll take their word for it. Alright, the south edge of the bay is lined with small buildings. There are a few boats and ships moored at the docks. That must be the settlement of Yerba Buena, soon to be called San Francisco. It looks like the ship you are riding on is one of the first to arrive. Well, we got there before everyone else. This brings a little glimmer into every eye on board. The ship isn't moving fast enough. If the captain passed out oars, you would gladly row if it would save 1 minute. You are ready to start panning for that California gold. It really seems to emphasize the gold a lot more on this trek than it did on the stagecoach trek. Just pretty much, yeah, we're going out west to see our brother. I guess there's sort of a new gold rush going on at this time. So we've only 88 points of the possible 100. Don't give up. Well, that's pretty weak. I know we missed that little boot, that little gold disc or something, but oh well. Anyway, we did what we could in Brooklyn. So now this is the thing that confused me for a long time, is that you're this little sprite that you can barely see, and I guess and I didn't realize it for a while, and you have to go to one of these buildings, which is the Stagecoach building, and I'm actually not sure what that is. So I'm in the Exchange. The El Dorado Exchange isn't what I want, I guess, is it? What was this? Okay. Get on coach. So I think we missed it, actually. Oops. Okay. Look schedule, I believe, is what we have to write. According to the stage schedule, the stage should be leaving any time. Alright. So I'm not sure which coach it is, I guess. And if you miss it for good, you're actually in trouble. Sorry. Get on coach. Oh, the stage has already left for Sutter's Fort. Well, that's nice. Well, I hope you enjoy our stay at San Francisco. We'll be here for the rest of our lives, since there isn't anything you can do. And apparently there's never, ever another stagecoach that goes to Sutter's Fort, which is pretty stupid. Okay, so that's just another annoying thing in this game. This is the thing I actually hate the most, because you don't really know what to do. It's hard to control the sprite, and that stagecoach leaves pretty much immediately. So I think we're just going to look for a stagecoach right out front there and get on as quickly as we can. I'm actually going to try to type it in advance, so I apologize for going through this again. If we have to do it again, I will pause it so you don't have to endure this once again, but I figure we'll just ride it through. Yeah, so I was mentioning, well, I think we're actually there, so okay, so we don't have all the points, as we know. And it's hard to tell which one's actually the coach. Okay, so we are... I guess we'll actually look schedule, see if we can... So we got there pretty much as quickly as we could. On coach. You jump on board the stage, bound for Sutter's Fort, and you're on your way. Well, that's nice. They don't even have to give you the animation to show that the coach is left. That's ridiculous. But anyway, it's actually in the building. So anyway, pretty much the tip is just get in there and say get on coach as quickly as possible. And that's how it works. As you might remember, we saw this map once before. We saw it before when we accidentally left Sutter's Fort. And now we are headed there on the map, and I think it'll probably just drop us off out front just like it did last time. So I think we are back to where we were. So it took about, I guess, 4 videos for us to get here, which isn't too bad. It, decent detail, but it didn't take too long. And here we are yet again. So, folks, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter video. Not too short. I think we still took up a good amount of time. Sorry for wasting some of it. But as you could tell, at least it wasn't video after video of text if you really found that boring. And so we are here. We're probably not going to start off here, especially since our score is really in the toilet at this point. But we did much better on the coach version, so I think we'll start off from that one. I don't know where some of the other points are. If anyone had any tips of more things we could do in Panama or on the ship, I don't think on the ship, but in Panama to pick up a couple extra points. I think we missed it by a lot, actually, by 12 points. Let me know, besides the gold disc, because I did mention that. In any event, that was it. Sorry for skipping the pond. If anyone wanted to see it, it's just that it's kind of annoying. It's kind of hard to predict when you'll make it through safely or not. So I didn't want to have a bunch of run-throughs that were just going to be me getting killed. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. And we are going to go back to Brooklyn yet again, and we are going to take the Cape Horn route, which is actually, I think, the most interesting one, and it should be a good time. So look for that one, and until then, I will say goodbye.